Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my channel for another Secret Base figure preview video. Now before we begin, as always, I have to say a huge thank you to Ryan Kirkwood for going out in person and snapping these stunning high-res pictures, even though he had a sprained wrist. Show Ryan some love in the comments below, cause without him, this series quite literally wouldn't be possible. Now if you are looking to pre-order your very own Golden Devil, aka Daredevil from She-Hulk, he is available with toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They do have installment plans and a reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button so you're notified as soon as a brand new review or figure preview video goes live on the channel. Now this is one I was super excited for. Hot Toys teased him with a standalone kind of poster image. Then they teased him again with the She-Hulk pre-order, and finally he himself is up for pre-order. Now, this is kind of a will they won't they situation. Sometimes they tease a figure a bunch of times and it never happens. Bespin Han. But luckily with Daredevil, it is happening and I am so freaking keen. Now, some people really like the yellow and red color combo, other people call him mustard and ketchup man, so please, weigh in down below, do you like this first appearance style look or not? Now, I kinda like it for two reasons. Number one, his first appearance color scheme was yellow and red, so it's a callback to that. I mean, the first time we're seeing him technically fully in the MCU in his first appearance colors, an absolute win. Also, battling Jack Murdock, his dad, his boxing colors were yellow and red, so it's a kinda callback there too. It's a 2-for-1. So that's why I personally dig this color scheme. Is it going to stick around forever? No, I really don't think so. Now, he does come with pretty much the same exact array of accessories as the first time, plus one. Also, minus one. You get a brand new Matt Murdock head sculpt, but you also lose the angry, battle-damaged faceplate. I would have loved to have seen that, because swappable faceplates are cool, but this time, unfortunately, it's just not an option. Now, will you be able to pop out the faceplate and use the battle-damaged one from the Netflix version if you already have it? We will have to wait and see when this guy eventually releases. This, though, I'm really happy about. It's, of course, the unhelmeted Matt Murdock / Charlie Cox head sculpt. If you think about it, though, it's a bit weird he comes with his glasses on, because he, when you pop this on the body, is wearing a full Daredevil costume. Who's he trying to fool with the glasses? Completely unnecessary. In saying that, though, I'd still rather have them than not, because it's an iconic look for Matt Murdock. Plus, when you do take them off, his eyebrows are arched, his mouth is open, and his eyes, they're fully wide open, because he's trying to play a blind dude. So, you do unfortunately lose the likeness just a little. But with the glasses on, that's definitely him. I mean, you can tell exactly who this is supposed to be. It's not 100% perfect, but it's darn close. Now, his hair is parted to the Netflix or She-Hulk side. As compared to his No Way Home appearance, his hair, for some reason, went the other way. Now, you could call that a continuity error and just use this as part of your No Way Home display on a suited body anyway, but for those who are sticklers for accuracy, you're probably going to want to stick with a third-party version, maybe the So-So Toys one. We'll have to wait and see how it compares to this head sculpt when it eventually releases. What I'm trying to say is the best part is you have options. Now, the display base is so much more boring compared to the Netflix one. It's hexagonal, says She-Hulk Attorney at Law, up front, Daredevil. But the Netflix one, it had a mini diorama, so this display base, a little bit of a step down. Now, his boots do look to be a brand new mold, and yes, they're a split-cut boot design. But this time, there is a red panel on the top near the tongue, where it would normally slot into, so it does tie the look together just a little bit more, where the Netflix version, it looked like a full superhero costume with some military boots. So having that pop of red totally works here. You also have some what appears to be separate floating knee pads. Now, the design looks almost identical to the Netflix version, and I never had any issues with that version, but who knows? If you go crazy with the posing like people did with Deadpool version 1, the knee pads could potentially peel off over time. It all depends on how you pose this guy and how those knee pads are attached to the suit itself. Speaking of the suit itself, some people initially said, "Oh, okay, I see what you've done, Marvel. You've just taken somebody else's work, namely the Netflix Daredevil suit, you've painted it yellow, job done. Bob's your uncle, right? Actually, no. They've added some new panels, some different textures, and they've redesigned certain sections so it's not just the same suit. I was one of those people, and I was actually totally fine with that because I have nostalgia. I love that Netflix suit, but seeing a couple of new design elements, especially around the belt with the grey panels and down below on his legs with those grey panels, it's just a nice touch. It's a point of visual difference, so if you have them standing together, it's not just going to cause the issue of people saying, why do you have two of the exact same thing? One is just yellow. This guy does look different enough, in my opinion, to warrant picking up both versions. That's not to say that they haven't borrowed anything from the original though. Those belt buckles, they kind of simulate the Daredevil logo D&D. I love that. It's a nice touch, and yes, it is borrowed from the original, the Netflix version. Also, they've used the same body, and I know a lot of people, they're not going to be very happy, because they said back in the day that, hey, Daredevil's not this skinny, he's a lot bigger. Now, Charlie Cox, he's a well-cut dude, a lot of definition there. I'm not going to critique his physique at all. He deserves to play Daredevil. He flips around, jumps around, kicks some serious butt, but he's also not the biggest dude in the world. So for me, there's enough definition here. His arms are big enough, his pecs are big enough, and if you compare this figure to him in the suit in the show, looks really close. Is it 100% there? No. He could potentially be a little bit bigger, but it's not a reason to me not to get this figure. If you love the design, if you love the character, if you dig the head sculpt, if you like the accessories, don't let the body being a touch, a hair too skinny ruin it for you, because he's still going to pull off some epic poses. What I'm trying to say is, for me, it's not a big deal. Do weigh in down below though. Is it a big deal for you? I'm honestly pretty darn curious. Now, he does come with these separated batons with the wire in the middle. I would have loved to have had that wire be actually poseable, so you could have had him throwing it at someone and that wire could have been all spooled up and doing its own thing, but it looks to just be a straight, normal piece of wire metal, just like we had with the original. Paint applications, sculpt, texture, it all looks good. Although, what the hell is going on here? Why does he have an open palm hand? How is he gripping that? Are there magnets at play? No, they've probably just used blue tack or even glued it to that hand, just for display, just for this pose. Now, this head sculpt is actually a little bit different as compared to the original. There's more stubble. His mouth, a little bit flatter, his lips are tight and pursed together, but I don't think that ruins the likeness. I can still tell this is Charlie Cox in the suit. Also, something I wasn't expecting, this helmet is a brand new mold. I thought 100% they'd reuse the Daredevil Netflix one, but I have that one standing next to me as I'm recording this, just as a point of reference to spot any visual differences, and yeah, this helmet is a completely different shape. It's more squat, and it's a hell of a lot wider, especially at the top. I mean, you can see it literally flares out at the top, which, if this was a real dude's head, you would need that space to actually put your head inside the helmet. So for me, the new shape absolutely takes the win. Now, there are some scratches, there's some dirt and grime in the crevices, subtle, but absolutely there, just to bring out all that sculpted texture and the line work and the detail. And his eye lenses are red. They do look black, but trust me, they are actually red. Now, I am very curious, because you can see the seam line around his mouth. Will that battle damage one be compatible? I am so hoping it will, but for now, I'm still happy with this head sculpt. In fact, I'm happy with this entire figure. I was all in as soon as I saw him in She-Hulk. When he said his name and the little Netflix theme played in the background, oh, shivers. So, I guess you can say I'm a little bit biased, but at the same time, does it look like Daredevil? Does the suit look accurate? Yes and yes. So there's a lot to love here. However, conversely, there's also a lot of potential nitpicks. The fact that you only get one mouth plate, the unmasked head sculpt without the glasses on can look a little bit funky depending on the angle. His body is a touch skinny, and his suit is all that rubbery fabric, so when it comes to posing, you can do it. You can pull off some sick poses. But it does stand the chance of being creased, sticking to itself, pinching in the joints, and just overall getting damaged over time. Now, I've always had the notion of if you take care of a figure's suit, it'll take care of you, and that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I'm going to pose him accordingly, I'm going to be careful because I want to extend the longevity of this thing. Although if that doesn't work for you, totally understand, this one is a straight up skip. If you're a massive Daredevil fan like I am, and you like this colour scheme though, oh, I bet you've already pre-ordered this guy and he's going to be on the way when he eventually releases. Now, I pre-ordered mine with toyswonderland.com. Link for that is in the description below. They do have installment plans and a reward system. While you're down there, why not hit that subscribe, bell notification icon, and join button if you like the sound of seeing your name in the end credits of my reviews. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you in the next video.